Here I am in Veeam Backup and Replication version 11 in my lab. I want to show how I can add a bunch of VMs to a job that I have tagged in VMware because I want to create what's called a dynamic group. A dynamic group is when you create a job with things like hosts, vCenter, clusters, resource pools, even tags. So anytime anything hits one of those groups or container objects, it's automatically populated inside a Veeam Backup and Replication job. We've always been able to do tags, but since version 11, Veeam Backup and Replication has been able to go ahead and do this with a couple of tags. So now you can add and tag computations, this tag and that tag, and you can go ahead and add VMs to that and have multiple tags. You can also go ahead and exclude by tags as well in multiple tags if you need to. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how this feature works. And again, this is new in version 11. So what we need to do is just go create a new backup job, right? So go ahead and right click and we go ahead and select backup, and we're going to back up some virtual machines. I'm going to name my backup job. For the sake of brevity, I'm just going to go ahead and keep the defaults here. Select next, now your virtual machines. Like always, you go collect add, and if you notice, beside our host and clusters, right, in our VMs and folders view, in our data stores and our tags, we now have another tag that's been added, and this is the tags combination. So if you click on this, it's going to go ahead and switch to the VM and tags, just like you see with a typical tags combination, but now it's going to give you a list of all your tags, and when you go ahead and start selecting these out underneath your categories, you now have checkboxes for multiple tags. So in this job, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to select my production VMs, and I only want to select VMs that have 24-hour RPO, right? We're going to go ahead and do that. So we've got that. So I need the production VMs backed up, and I need them for 24 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. But if we go ahead and look at the windows that I had in here, actually there was a utility server in there that I needed to exclude, right? So I'm going to go in here into exclusions. So if you notice that, I went here and highlighted this and clicked on the exclusions button. I went in here under VMs to get to the VMs tag. I'm going to go ahead and add. Again, we get the same tag selections, right? So you get your host and clusters, you get your VMs and templates, you get your data stores, you get your tags, your tag combinations. So I'm going to go to my tag combinations. I'm going to expand this out, right? But notice how it's only showing me that the 24-hour production tags that I showed before, so I can go ahead and select a VM out of there if I wanted to exclude it, but I don't want to do that because there's some tags in there and I want some of the VMs excluded by a tag. So I'm going to click on this checkbox that says show full hierarchy. So what this does is it goes and shows all the tags instead of just the ones that you're working with. So I was working in under server type, and I was working in RPO. Now, under the servers that I had, there's a couple of Veeam utility servers that I had in there that I don't want to be backed up every 24 hours, right? They just got thrown in here because they're in this group, but actually I want them to go into a different group. So I'm going to go ahead in here and put in just select utility. I'm going to add that, and we're done. Okay, so we go click OK here. Now I've got my tag set up with my exclude. So let's go ahead and run this and see what tags it shows up, right? So it should pick everything I had for production under 24 hours minus the utility stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead in here and take the defaults for everything that we need. I'm going to go ahead and run this, and then I'm going to run the job now when it finishes. So let's go ahead and click this off and see what's going to happen here with this job with the tags. So this is getting ready to start. So I'm going to open up the job. Let's go ahead in here and watch it when it starts listing the VMs and see what VMs it actually picks up and enumerates and see if I can get the right combination that I need, right? So if I go here, so it's picking up the Veeam AD, and it's picking up the Solaris, which is good. It should skip my utility server and my prod utility, and it should, and if Veeam1 was in the list, it should skip Veeam1 as well. But it looks like it just picked up these two, right? So Veeam1 and the prod utility were in that other list. So now it's only backing up to the two that I need here in production. I think this is a pretty nice underrated feature, and nice to know that Veeam has finally added this into production because we know we've had a lot of customers ask. They've had a lot of customers ask about this. Thanks for watching.